Hey, what's up everyone? Greg here. I've been using and testing the MacBook Pro 2018 full-time now for the last 24 hours. Now, I know a lot of you out there are making a purchasing decision on this device sooner rather than later, so I wanted to give you my initial thoughts on using this machine for the past day. The MacBook Pro 2018 keeps the same thin and light design as its predecessor. It only weighs 4 pounds and it's very thin and light, keeping the same amount of 4 Thunderbolt 3 USB-C ports. Some people have issues with the Thunderbolt 3 port, however I find most of these issues can be solved with one simple adapter. Also, it still keeps the touch bar, which doesn't seem to have any changes or improvements. Although the 2018 MacBook Pro looks the same as the 2016 and 2017 model, there are a lot of changes on the inside of this machine. First of all, the keyboard has been redesigned to be a third generation butterfly mechanism. This makes the keyboard quieter and also has improved reliability. iFixit did a teardown of this keyboard and discovered a separate plastic film covering each individual key, fixing the reliability of the old keyboard by ensuring that dust or debris won't impact the responsiveness of the keyboard. The keyboard change is subtle, but it makes typing on it feel more precise. I really like the way this keyboard feels, and I think anyone will notice a difference if they're coming from a previous generation MacBook Pro. The MacBook Pro keeps the same 15-inch Retina display as the previous model, a 2880 by 1800 display with 220 pixels per inch, with DCI P3 wide color gamut and 500 nits of brightness. Unlike the previous model, it also incorporates Apple's True Tone display technology found on the iPhone and iPad Pro. True Tone uses a sensor to change the color temperature of the display depending on the ambient lighting around you. This can make the screen cooler or warmer depending on your settings. True Tone also applies to the touch bar or some external monitors you have connected to the MacBook Pro. This is the first Mac and therefore the biggest display to support Apple's True Tone technology, and the differences are immediately apparent. I could instantly tell when True Tone was on. The screen was much more pleasing to the eye to look at and made bright white web pages feel like reading a piece of paper. I'm still not sure how the True Tone technology will affect pro tasks like color correcting and video editing. For now, I turn it off when doing those tasks just to be safe. The keyboard and True Tone display are the most immediate and outwardly changes to the 2018 MacBook Pro. However, the real improvements on this machine come from the inside. All of Apple's MacBook Pro with touch bar models are updated with Intel's 8th generation CPU. For this model, it's a 2.6 GHz 6-core i7. This is the first MacBook Pro to support up to 32 gigabytes of RAM. Apple has decided to use DDR4 memory for the 15-inch model to support the additional 16 gigabytes of RAM by slightly increasing the battery size. Apple says this shouldn't increase battery life because of the additional power draw from the RAM, but I actually think the battery life on the 2018 is slightly better than the 2016 and 2017 models. I still need to do a bit of testing here, but the battery life seems to be improved by an extra 30 to 60 minutes in my very limited testing. Apple also added a slight bump to the GPU inside of the MacBook Pro by adding a Radeon 560X with 4 gigabytes of dedicated video memory. It's not going to blow you away with its graphics performance, but it's a solid card that will help with heavy effects and can handle 1080p HD gaming on medium to high settings. Performance in Pro applications saw a big jump, especially if you're coming from a 2016 MacBook Pro. I edited this video and others in Final Cut Pro 10, and it handled 4K editing and rendering really smoothly. Editing photos in Luminar 2018 and Affinity Photo were also incredibly smooth, and I haven't been able to slow down this machine with any of my current workflows. While I've only been using this device for a little over a day, I can already tell how much this MacBook Pro has increased in performance from over the previous models. There's still some tests and benchmarks I need to perform on this model, and my final verdict still needs some time to fully form before I post my full review. But honestly, I can already tell how much I'm appreciating the extra work power in this machine. Unless things change drastically as I use this machine, the 15-inch 2018 MacBook Pro is a huge upgrade from the previous models. The increased performance makes the MacBook Pro worthy of its name. If you're on the fence about buying it now, I think this is one of the best MacBook Pros ever released. Thank you for watching, everyone. If you like the video, show your appreciation by smashing that like button. If you want to see more from my channel, including more on this MacBook Pro, make sure you're subscribed. Also, let me know what you think of the 2018 MacBook Pro in the comments below, and I will see you in the next video.